So there are some variants in this game that make the gun tiny. They remove the stock or remove the barrel or anything really to make the gun into a miniature version of itself. And for today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at the epic variants for the Thompson, the Buck Private, by telling you guys if this variant is worth using. So I'm going to be going through a lot of details to tell you guys if this variant is worth it or worth using. But my name is Nick, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the Buck Private, I really love how the Buck Private looks. It actually has a World War I feel because, fun fact, the Buck Private is based off of the first prototype that was made ever for a Thompson. I just love everything about the Buck Private. It's one of my favorite variants in the game just because it's a tiny variant and I love the tiny variants. Now this is what the iron sights look like side by side, and as you can tell there is a big difference. Thompson has a tiny little dot at the top, while the Buck Private actually completely removes that tiny dot and uses the hole in the middle of its sight. And honestly, my preferred iron sight is the Buck Private, and that's because the Buck Private is just a little bit more efficient than a tiny dot on the top of a sight like the Thompson has. But that's just my personal preference. You could love the Thompsons or love the Buck Privates, just either way. In my opinion, I really think the Buck Privates is more superior. But you were able to get this variant through supply drops, but now the only way to get it is through contracts and orders, and those are completely random from time to time, but they happen daily. So I'm going to tell you guys if you should keep an eye out for the Buck Private Thompson and possibly do the order for it to get it. So I'm going to go down through a lot of detail through multiplayer and zombies to tell you guys if this variant is worth it. So first off, multiplayer. Now multiplayer, it does have a perk and it's 10% extra soldier XP. Now that isn't a lot, but you'll see it a little bit in double XP situations. Now for performance, the performance for the Thompson in core is pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's not bad, but it's pretty decent. But with that fire rate nerf making the fire rate a lot faster than usual, it really does hurt the controls of trying to stabilize all the shots into your target. But once you use it a lot more, you start to get used to the Thompson's recoil and the fire rate, and you eventually become really good at it. Now for hardcore, it's a monster. This gun is just a complete monster in hardcore due to its fire rate, and it's just insane. Now the attachments I use for the Thompson is grip, quick draw, and extended mags. You don't need anything else. And grip just to control that recoil a little bit because grip does help. And quick draw just because quick draw is a necessity to me. If you have quick draw, you have a better chance of killing somebody that doesn't. And then extended mags because it's the Thompson. You're gonna need extended mags. That's pretty much all I can say for the Thompson multiplayer. Now let's go into zombies. So in zombies, it does have a perk and it's called body count. And what this perk does is when you get 100 kills without going down, you spawn a nuke. Now I don't know if this resets after 100 kills or it resets if you go down and come back up, but all I know is that once you get 100 kills, you will get a nuke. Now for the performance is pretty good. I survived all the way up to round 15 without needing to pack-a-punch this gun, but by the time you hit around round 13, 12, you start to notice that it's going to take a little bit more shots to kill zombies. Now the attachments I use for the Thompson zombies is extended mags, advanced rifling, steady aim, and rapid fire. Extended mags just to have some more mags, advanced rifling just to do some damage to zombies farther, and then steady aim just to control that hip fire, and rapid fire obviously just to kill the zombies a little bit faster because rapid fire does help with giving the ability to use a non-pack-a-punch gun a little bit longer than usual. Now let's compile all the information we have for this variant. So for multiplayer, we have a nice look that definitely gives you a World War I vibe, and also with that performance, it's pretty good in core and amazing in hardcore, and you also get a 10% bonus XP in multiplayer, with this variant also being pretty much free to get once the order appears for it. Now for zombies, it has a perk. It's easy to get because it's a wall gun, and it's pretty good up until round 15. Then you're going to need a pack-a-punch for it. Now with all the information, is this variant variant worth getting or using? And honestly, the answer is yes. This variant is totally worth using or getting. A, because it's a pretty decent looking variant, and because it's pretty good in both multiplayer and zombies. B, it gives you perks for both multiplayer and zombies that can definitely help you out. But body count isn't the best perk in zombies, but it is a really good helping perk, but you're not really gonna notice it. That's the only problem with that perk, but it does help from time to time. And C, because it's the Thompson. It's an OG Call of Duty gun that's a favorite for many people in the Call of Duty community who have played a lot of Call of Duties that have had this gun. But guys, that's basically pretty much it, and if you guys like this video, drop likes, helps me out a ton, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more music content that I upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and remember hit that bell subscribe button so you don't miss an upload. Also follow me on Mixer, https://mixer.com/DezNik to stay up to date on some Battle Royale streams. At the moment, Fortnite is a big Battle Royale game. In the future, if any other Battle Royale things comes out, I'll definitely be streaming those, but at the moment, I'm streaming Fortnite, so I highly recommend checking that out. Also, whip up cards to series plays right about now, and I'll put it in the description down below. Series plays is called the Is This Variant Worth It series, and basically go down through the free variants and the Quartermaster Collection variant ones to tell you if they're worth using or getting. And I go through a lot of detail, and I do some comparisons with the variant itself towards its base gun to do a lot of analysis on whether this variant is worth using or getting. So I highly recommend checking out the playlist after the video. But again guys, that's basically pretty much it, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. And also comment down below your thoughts about the Buck Private. Do you like how it looks? Do you not like how it's pretty much just a removed stock Thompson? Just any opinion I would love to hear in the comments down below. But guys, I'll see you in my next video, and peace.